The right to a lawyer, a pillar of American justice, is at risk in Massachusetts. For months, defense attorneys have refused new cases, arguing that the state's pay rate makes fair representation impossible. So far, dozens of cases have been dismissed, with suspects simply released. Boston Globe courts reporter Sean Cotter has been following the story from the start. Sean, how did we get here?
Hi, John. So when you picture a public defender, usually picturing somebody who is like a staff attorney for a state agency. But here in Massachusetts, most of the lawyers taking cases are private attorneys who sign up to be appointed cases for people who can't afford a lawyer otherwise. And so for years, they've argued that they're being paid too little as an hourly rate, and they are lagging behind neighboring states. And so this year, after several measures that would have given them a raise kind of died on the vine, many of them at least, stopped taking cases after Memorial Day.
And so you mentioned that pay raises died on the vine, but there was something passed in the legislature, right? And will that then change the situation?
Yeah, so after 2 months of them not taking cases and hundreds of people to then thousands of people going unrepresented, yesterday the state legislature passed a pay raise that's smaller than what they were seeking, than what the bar advocates, they're called, are seeking. And so we shall see now if it's enough for them to be satisfied with going back to work. It's an unusual negotiation setup because it's not like negotiating with a union where if there's an agreement, then everybody goes back to work. These are all independent contractors, so they can all independently take it or leave it.
Oh, okay. So everyone's a king. So in about 40 seconds we have left, tell me, the DA said that this is a situation that's creating a public safety risk. What does he mean?
So, I mean, like, you can clearly see how there's two, like, big sort of societal goods that are being implicated here. There's the public safety element, and there's also the due process element. And this is causing them to butt up against each other because the courts have ruled that they have to release people and dismiss cases if they go without a lawyer for too long. But that is resulting in people charged with violent crime at times being released, having their cases dropped. And so that's what we're looking at. There's more hearings to do both of those things scheduled in the coming weeks.
All right. Sean Cotter of the Boston Globe, thank you so much for being with us.